Hello, this is Soundout here, and we are not reviewing something today. Unfortunately, I do not have time this week to prepare a full Soundout's Toy Chest review, so I do apologize, but I did want to talk about Amiibo, and why I can't review Amiibo, and why there are problems with Amiibo. And I just wanted to kind of have a vlog about Amiibo. So I just want to talk for about 10 minutes or so, and just kind of go over what I think of the Amiibo situation. Obviously, I like Amiibo. This is all of Waves 1 through 3 of Smash Bros. And all of Wave 1 of Super Mario. Some of these didn't make it into frame. Now, the thing is with this line is, if you spend any kind of time on the internet, you'll know that there's a lot of problem finding these guys. And that's not really the case. It's more so finding most of these guys. Finding Amiibo's not hard. You can find, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, and Bowser pretty much everywhere that has a Super Mario series. And you can find Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Kirby and Pikachu. Pretty much anywhere that has a Smash Brothers amiibo. Oh, and Link. And Zelda. So, what are we seeing here? The amiibo that we most can find are the Mario series characters, the most famous Pokemon, Sakurai's favorite character that he created, and Link and Zelda from Legend of Zelda. And even like Toon Link and Sheik kind of fall into that you can find them category. We're noticing a trend here, right? It's all Mario, Pokemon, and Zelda. That's what you can find in stores. Everybody else kind of gets pushed off to, we're going to go off and be rare category. Because everybody else is hard to find. So, this is an interesting point, because if you notice, there's a toy line out called The World of Nintendo. Its first few waves featured Mario, Donkey Kong, and Legend of Zelda. They don't have the rest of Pokemon, but I'm sure it would have been there. They are expanding to Pac-Man and Metroid with the current wave, but they're sticking to the main ones are these three series, because those are the most popular and most well-known. The Donkey Kong kind of goes in with the Mario pretty easily. They're kind of shared universe. And then Legend of Zelda's got all this hype behind it. So, really, when the Villager and the Wii Fit Trainer and Marth were super hard to find, should have seen that coming. They're not mainline Nintendo characters. But what we shouldn't have seen coming, and what we didn't see coming, was this guy selling for, 6 or 7 times his retail cost. And that is where we get into the ridiculous side of Amiibo. So the thing with Amiibo is that they unlock features in video games. Alright, that's pretty cool. They don't exactly play like Skylanders or Disney Infinity. They work across multiple platforms, and they can do several different things, depending on what game you scan them into. Heck, every amiibo works with Hyrule Warriors and gives them a new item. You get, like, rupees or a new weapon. Or, in the case of, like, Link or Toon Link, you get a brand new exclusive weapon. And in Mario Kart, you get costumes based on, like, characters. Here's the thing, though. When you have Kirby, and you put him into Mario Kart, you get a Kirby costume. Cool. When you put Captain Falcon into Mario Kart, you get a Captain Falcon costume, which goes great with the Blue Falcon in the DLC. Now, say that you didn't grab a Captain Falcon the first time you saw him. You're not a fan of F-Zero, and you're missing out on some amazing games. And you never see Captain Falcon again. How are you going to get the Captain Falcon costume now? That's the issue with the Amiibo. And the reason why people are scrambling for them is another point entirely. Here's the issue. If these were just figures, if they were just like the World of Nintendo figures, there wouldn't be this much madness. The most I see is like Samus now goes for $20. She retails for 10 to 12. It's not bad compared to Rosalina here, who goes for, I don't even want to know how much. The issue is that these unlock things in games. And Nintendo has a completionism kind of thing with their games. You always want to get those percentage rates to 100. Well, you can't have everything in Mario Kart if you can't find Captain Falcon, if you can't get Villager, if you can't get, I think Rosalina's even in there. If you can't get these guys, you don't have those costumes, and you have no other way of getting them. So that leads to the insane aftermarket. And honestly, the insanity is caused by 3 major factors. And part 1 of that is stores. Stores are not regulating the stock. We are going to be coming up on the 4th wave of Smash Bros. Amiibos. Honestly, stores, when you're first putting out Amiibo, you gotta limit them. Or at least with pre-orders even. Just limit it to, like, this wave, they limited it to 1 or 2 per person. That's fine. Don't let someone go in and buy 12 shulks, because you are ruining the market. And that's a retailer issue. Those are hard to fix. Nintendo. You know that these things are selling like hotcakes. You know that people went crazy trying to find Meta Knight, not even seeing them in Best Buy stores. That shows you your problem right there. If these only shipped out to online customers, you're not sending enough to the store. And if the demand, if you see all pre-orders sold out for this guy in a few days, and you're like, all right, well, we're just going to keep sending the same amount, why don't you manufacture more? Why don't you make a second production run? Say, all right, well, the first run is in February, but we'll have more Meta Knights in May. The issue is that Pitt here, I had to import from Japan because I could not get a pre-order for him, and I could not get him when he came out. So I had to import him from Japan. Now, that's an issue because Pitt here is a Smash Brothers character. He has popularity. People really like him. I understand that he's not as popular as Mario, but don't make 7 times as much Mario as you do Pitt. Make a good, reasonable scale. They need to figure out how many to make of these characters. Because anytime there's a character that's not part of Mario or Zelda, they sell out instantly. Rosalina's part of Mario. Guess what? She was a store exclusive. That was dumb. Because this is a really popular character that you put to a limited amount at a certain store. So, that's the second issue. The third issue, as much as I am an Amiibo collector and I want to own all the Amiibo, I'm not going to pay $70 for an Amiibo. The problem is, people will. And if Amiibo fans want the aftermarket to be less crazy, and they want to be able to get the figures easier and not have as many people scalping them, then don't buy them at inflated prices. If you continue to buy them at these insane pricing, they're not going to go down in price because scalpers will continue to raise the price, knowing people will pay it. And if they know that people won't pay it, then they'll stop. It's a very simple solution. And the problem is that most of the people collecting Amiibo are not prior toy collectors. I've been collecting toys for several years. I know how this market works. I know that if I didn't see Samus the first day, she's in Wave 1. She'll be out still. She's not a rare, so I don't have to worry about her. I'll get her. Thing is, people went crazy for these figures. And it's the same thing that happened with the Tie Beanies, the Cabbage Patch Dolls, Tickle Me Elmo, and pretty much the collecting market as soon as eBay existed. Things are insane. And the toy industry has come down from that. It's not had those issues. Amiibo is still new, and all these people that never collected toys before are collecting toys now and don't realize how this market works. And thus, it's being ruined for those people that just want to go in and buy an Amiibo at GameStop. So, that's the issue with Amiibo, and that's why I can't really review them. Because I want to review them. They're really nice. I want to show them off, but first of all, there's a whole lot of them. Second of all, I can't recommend half of them. I can recommend Mario. You can find him in any store. I can recommend Toon Link. He's at a lot of Toys R Us stores. Kirby's good. Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Yoshi, Zelda, Luigi, Samus to some extent, Pikachu, Peach, Bowser's good, Link and Sheik, you know, and then the Super Mario Amiibo, which is a different story. Toad I'll put over here. I can't recommend this Gold Mario because I just got one from Walmart.com. They're gone. You notice how half the line here, I can't actually review because telling you about these figures is pointless because if you missed out on them, they're gone. You can't get them now. So let's put all these common guys aside. Let's look at who we're missing out on. Okay, so Toad, he's kind of uncommon. Now Toad is a popular character. He's Toad. He's one of the recommended Mario characters. Why is he so hard to get? because he's the only Super Mario amiibo that doesn't have a Smash Bros. Counterpart? I guess, but he doesn't do anything in Smash Bros., so I don't see why he's so popular. Oh, I know, because he works in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. And with that, people are going hype crazy over him. I don't think the demand for Toad is as high as people are saying. Let's talk about Fox. Fox was around for a while. It was Wave 1. He wasn't very hard to find. He's a Star Fox character. Okay, he's not as popular as Mario or Zelda. He's been slowly phased out. There's less of him out there, but he still was easy to find for a while. That's a good distribution. He was in Wave 1, and by Wave 3 he was kind of gone off the shelves. Which is fine, because he's not going to have the same gravitas as Zelda, Pokemon, or Mario. That's cool. Pit here, I never even saw. Honestly, there were so few pits out there in the market, it's ridiculous. And honestly, Nintendo dropped the ball. He should have been introduced in Wave 2 and gone by Wave 3. Like, you know, be around for Wave 2 and 3, and Wave 4 hits, he's kind of gone. That's a good method. Meta Knight. We talked about his Best Buy exclusiveness. He might get a reissue. Mega Man has actually been pretty easy to find. He is from Wave 3, so he is out new, along with Sonic. They're actually pretty easy to get. Overall, they have gotten great distribution. Nintendo has done a good job with these two. Now, will they stick around past like Wave 4 or 5? Probably not, but Nintendo did a good job distributing these two. I see plenty of them, and they will probably be gone by the time, you know, they need to be out of the way for new characters, which is fine, because you got Mega Man and Sonic. Next, Lucario. His order, I had pre-ordered him through ToysRUs.com, and it was canceled twice. Finally, they gave me a discount and free shipping, so it all worked out. He's a Pokemon character. Why'd you make him a Toys R Us exclusive? Same for Greninja and Charizard and Jigglypuff. They are all scheduled to be exclusive or rare. Why are you making one of your most popular franchise's figures so hard to get? That's dumb. I'm sorry. Moving on. DDD. If I hadn't pre-ordered him for GameStop before December 29th, I wouldn't have him right now. Wii Fit Trainer. I had pre-ordered her. She was available for pre-order for so long, people didn't realize they wanted them until they weren't around anymore. Same goes for Villager and Marth. These were open for pre-order for several months from GameStop. You could walk into a store and order them. Marth had a little bit of an issue distribution-wise, but he's getting a reissue. Villager was so easy to get until people heard about the discontinuation rumors, and then the panic happened. The problem is that most of these Amiibo are gone off shelves because people panic and buy as many as they can. And that's really, really dumb. You only need one. Just buy one. Just buy one. That's all you need. Rosalina. I was able to walk in and get her launch day on Target. There was enough for everyone there. That was good. The fact that she's not really around is a little downside, but the fact that you could just walk into a store on release day and get her was fine. Shulk. Shulk was an interesting story. I pre-ordered him from GameStop. They had him in store for me. They had to hold on to him for 5 days because they weren't allowed to sell him to me. The system would not let them sell me Shulk, even though it was a week or two past his release date. Plus, my store didn't even get them till a week after everybody else did. Little Mac. Lucked out. Got the only one that was sent to my GameStop store. One to a GameStop. That's not enough. There should have been at least 2 or 3 at the most. At like the least. There should have been more than just one. Ike here. Ike is so cool. Like, he's one of my favorite characters. I'm really glad my order paid through. Same thing with DDD. He got delayed because of the port strike, and then only a certain amount made it to the actual stores, which is really weird. And then there's Captain Falcon. I have found him twice. I honestly own 2 Captain Falcons, because Captain Falcon is my favorite character in Smash Brothers. He is one of my favorite video game characters, and he's from my favorite video game series. I wanted to own 2 of him. The thing is, I have seen 2 others since. Did I buy them? No. I just got my 1 loose Falcon, and I have 1 in box. Here is the funny part. Of the figures I just showed you, Falcon can be used in Smash and Mario Kart. Ike, Smash and Codename Steam. Villager, Smash and Mario Kart. Lucario, only Smash. Marth, Smash and Steam. Rosalina, Smash and Mario Party. Shulk, Smash and Xenoblade 3D. Little Mac, Smash only. Meta Knight, Smash and the Kirby Rainbow Curse. Sonic, Smash and I think Mario Kart. Mega Man, Smash, and Mario Kart. Wii Fit Trainer, Smash. DDD, Smash and Kirby Rainbow Curse. Pit, Smash. Toad, Mario Party and Captain Toad. Fox, Smash. Here's the thing. Look how many of these figures work in other games beyond just Smash Bros. That's really the issue here. The figures that have some of the most compatibility can't be found to have that compatibility. And that's really the biggest issue, is that many figures are rare, and they work in more than one game. All of the Codename Steam compatible Amiibo are rare, and that's really dumb. You should be trying to push the cross-compatibility between games, but instead Nintendo's just not making enough of these and not giving us another option. That Amiibo card thing coming out from Animal Crossing is a cool idea. When can we get blister packs? When can we have like 5 Amiibo cards? When can we just buy Amiibo cards by a pack? Why isn't there the DDD chip in an Amiibo card? The Meta Knight one. Maybe not even have this, like, just have them. Just have what's in their little bases be available in a card format, so that if you can't find Shulk, but you still want to unlock things in Xenoblade 3D, you could do that with a card. If you can't find Rosalina but still want her board in Mario Party, have that happen with a card. Honestly, I think Rosalina is going to get a second version, because she has one of these style Amiibo with the Super Mario ones, which I actually like more. Marth, same thing. If you had a card to pull off the same thing, you have this great card system going on, Nintendo, but you need to use it effectively. There needs to be either reissues of the figures or an alternative to unlock that content. Because now I am feeling flashbacks to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where there's content on the disc that I can't get because I don't want to spend money to buy things that are already there. And that is the problem. Mega Man's costume, the Captain Falcon costume, those are on the Mario Kart DLC. Those are already owned by you. You just can't get to them because you don't have an Amiibo figure that's hard to find. So that's the issue with Amiibo. This got a little ranty, I apologize for that, but I feel like this is kind of stuff that needs to be said. The problem lies with the fan base, the company, and the stores, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better, and I've honestly stopped being an Amiibo completionist. I will get as many of these as I can get, and I will make sure that I get Pac-Man and Falco, because that will complete my main 10 Smash characters, and that will make me really happy. I've already got a Pac-Man order at GameStop, so hopefully that goes through well. But yeah, with Nintendo adding Splatoon and Yoshi's Woolly World to this mess, I'm a little fearful if they don't fix some of the problems that I might not be able to get those Yarn Yoshis, which I really, really want. So, here's hoping Nintendo fixes this up. If, honestly, the figures start becoming more available and there's reissues, or like, heck, Nintendo, make an online ordering system. Have these made to order. That'd be fantastic. If we could just go onto their website and be like, oh, I want a Pac-Man. And then they're like, alright, we'll send you a Pac-Man in 5 months. Make it like Premium Bandai. Premium Bandai doesn't sell out of things. They make as many as they need. And that's exactly what needs to happen for these lesser-known characters. Make as many as you need to, not as many as you think you need. Because whatever you think you need is too little. So anyways, that's it for Amiibo. We won't be seeing these guys again, unfortunately, for a while. Unless, I don't know, all the problems get fixed. If the distribution issue's fixed, and I can start recommending great figures like Shulk here, then great. But otherwise, there's not going to be an Amiibo review. And it's really sad, because I like Nintendo, but they're making it really difficult to collect their figure line. And honestly, I'm going to just more focus on World of Nintendo at this point than these at the moment. So anyways, stay tuned for other videos. Yeah, next week we'll have a proper toy chest review. Talks to Soundout saying goodbye.